Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Thursday, February 29th. We're going to take a look at Ginko Bioworks today. So we haven't checked in on DNA in a while, but with earnings coming up, I thought we would come in and do so and sort of scope out some levels that it might hit some support or resistance at or pin itself to if it moves even relatively sideways off of the earnings. So we'll start with sideways. If it does go sideways, I'd kind of expect it to maybe pin around this 148 level. It's right where it is right now. We've had this on the chart for a while, and I could see that sort of coming into play. If it does then continue to dip and decides to go a little less than sideways, 141 to the downside, and then there's probably a level, I don't want to clutter it up too much, there's probably a level here on like 135. So I'm going to leave it off for now because I do feel like these other levels are sort of stronger. So, but just know that because I didn't want to clutter up the chart too much, there's going to be some other like potential levels in between these. Again, I just sort of felt that these stood out the most to me. 127, 121, and 114 if it really gets dippy. Now, if it decides to move upward, slightly upward, 165 would be the first strong resistance level that I see, all the way up at 184, and then 2, and then, this is a huge range, but I sort of wanted to see, if it does really get some tailwinds and decides, people decide they want to keep pushing it, 254 would be a potential level up there. You see it, all the topping out here that previously engaged with. So we'll see if these levels come into play and sort of what it does. Again, it's sitting right around this 148 level right now, so we'll see how the day closes out, and if it does have a relatively boring reaction, something in this range may take precedence. So on the Thinkorswim side of things, sorry for the heavy breathing, I'm not feeling well today, but Brief Trigger and Fire back here, sort of gave a little roller coaster ride, if you will. Nothing tremendous. Nothing as good as this call out back here when it triggered and fired, and then it popped it up out of the upper bound of the channel. So situated like mid to upper range of the channel right now. Again, question will be, can this green wave cloud evolve, which would require obviously some additional bullish pressure, or is it going to kind of be flimsy as it currently looks and give way, maybe push out toward the downside down here. So, it's in its infancy at the moment. Doesn't mean that it can't grow, but for the time being at least, it's not as, say, robust as this wave cloud, and so I wouldn't expect it to necessarily provide that level of support. That said, earnings is such a big catalyst that it may throw all of these things completely askew, and none of them may play a big factor channels-wise. And this picture may start to look quite different as well, depending on if we get a big push one way or the other, that may help sort of sort out this kind of herky-jerky action on the histogram. That said, if it does kind of go boring and sideways, then, that may take longer to kind of evolve and take shape. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week has been going well, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.